Rick, how you doing? Man, it was great talking with you today. I decided to send this video to you. Also, I have sent you just some documents that every pitcher gets. That's part of his folder. But I realized that the parents probably don't get this, and I understand that to a little bit. I would like for parents to receive all of this. So the documents that you've gotten are, the first one's going to be, it's called the pitcher's, Mustang Pitcher's Arm Care. We simply call that the pre, pro, and post sessions. Every day, pitchers have to go through this. This is their daily routine, and we just refer it to pre, pro, and post. I would say most professional, all professional organizations do this. All the D1s and probably most colleges will do some form of this. We do a blended, we can't do it all, and there are some things we decide not to do because we think biomechanically it will have an adverse effect on their body. But there are some things that we believe in this that if they do on a regular basis, it will be good. I will say though, it was really good for you sharing your heart today, because I believe your son does this very, very well. But what we need to do is to make sure that he is in sync mechanically and in his delivery every day. We do a lot for that. If I can't watch them, we have a group of 2 to 4 guys that will be watching them. They're kind of mechanically the same, and so we call it peer teaching. So there may be days on our flat grounds that I may not be able to see because I'm in the bullpen with somebody, but they're always giving feedback to one another. It's very detailed in all that we do. It's very, very thorough. I'm very serious on that because we want every pitcher to succeed. And when pitchers aren't succeeding, I take it personal. I mean, it's heartbreaking. And we do a lot of evaluation. We want to make sure, how can we get that pitcher back on track? So as you look, you're going to see that first document's going to be a pre, pro, and post session. The second one is going to be an idea like a starter's daily routine. If a pitcher is a starter, he's starting on a 5th, 6th, or 7th day. That's going to be every day there's something to do. And I go over this with them. So that will give you an idea of what that is. And the other one is, the other document is called the 7 A's for a CBC Mustang pitcher. I'm going to start off with that real quick. So this may be a long video, but I hope it's educational for you. The 7 A's for a CBC Mustang pitcher, and I'll go pretty quickly over that. So this is how we want Mustang pitchers to think. We know that we get out there and it's all about delivery and mechanics and pounding and the zone and dominating the zone and those type of things. But these are the things that we're always focusing on. We try to keep it simple. We don't try to over adjust or over correct or because we know the more we get past or away from from that athleticism, we know it could be a negative. It could be negative on that person. So we try to keep it as simple as possible. So these 7. So you start off with what do we do as a pitcher? We win this pitch, we win this at bat, we win this inning. Very simple, those 3 things. We win a pitch. Once we win the pitch, we're going to win this at bat. Once we win that at bat, we're going to win the inning. Number 1 is align the delivery in sync. Every day we're going to make sure that our delivery is in sync. We're loaded. We're loaded properly. We make sure that we get to our stack position no matter, even if we're an accelerator. Caleb's an accelerator. He gets up and then he goes really fast. He goes down the slope really fast, which is phenomenal. He's very, very quick, and we don't want to take him out of that. So what we do is, but we've got to make sure that he gets to that stack position what meaning that all of that weight is going through his heel. It's got to go all the way through his heel before he goes. I use a term, I've used it for years. Some other guys may use different terms. I use don't let your hands and your belt buckle go the same. So when my hip's going forward down the slope, my hands, it's got to be a directional change. As my hips and shoulders are going, really my hip goes and my shoulders going second, then my hands go back. There's got to be a sort of a separation there. Those are the things that I'm looking for on that. And then when that foot lands, is that arm slot in the what we call the power triangle. Caleb has that power triangle. When I was watching these videos today, we've got to make sure he stays in that power triangle. It's probably one of the best I've seen. So when he gets in here, that power triangle's here. Now, if I'm out here, what's going to happen is I'm going to put a lot of pressure on this hinge and this hinge right in here with all those ligaments connected to that. So what's going to happen, and also I can't use that much weight, Ken. It's hard to push weight this way than it is here. I can push more weight this way, therefore throw harder here versus here. So those are some things now I'm going to, on a personal note, make sure that he's always in that what we call, I just simply call it the power triangle, or just the proper arm cock. We want to make sure is maximize hip and shoulder separation, the foot down, pull down, all of those things. You'll see that under the align. How do you do that? Shadow drills, towel drills, dry deliveries, flat ground, 50 foot, 60 foot, and 65 foot pins. So this is in their vocabulary daily. This is something we want them to be successful in everything they do, right? And so this is who they are. So number one, they make sure every day that their delivery is in sync or aligned. The second A is attack our zone. So now we are going to be a pitcher. We're going to be pitchers that attack the zone. Make sure that's movement always, changing speed always, change eye levels, width and length, miss barrel, soft contact, all of that. But pitchers this level and above, this level and professional level, have to understand that the ball is moving. Missing barrels, soft contact. So, but we do that by attacking our zone, not their zone, our zone. And then number three, ahead in the count and stay ahead in the count. We always hear head in the count, but we never hear stay ahead in the count. Well, if we stay ahead in the count, we're going to be dominant in every league that we pitch in. If it's major leagues, if it's college, or if it's high school, whatever. If we are ahead in the count, but not only, let's go a little deeper in that, stay ahead in the count. Dominate that count on every pitch. Stay ahead in the count, stay ahead in pitchers in that. So alleviate, the other one is alleviate leadoff hitters per inning. We want to make sure that these leadoff hitters are, that we get every leadoff hitter out. The fifth one is axe hitters with 2 outs. All right, so that A is axe hitters with 2 outs. When we get 2 outs, we don't want to have a 2-out letdown. We want to make sure that hitters are done, that we finish hitters with 2 outs. Have you ever seen a pitcher's cruising? He gets 1 out and he gets second out, and he's only thrown like 8 pitches that inning. And then what happens? That third hitter gets up there and the ball is in the dirt. Well, he's thought about it too much. He's gotten out of his rhythm. Or the catcher will call some pitch he hadn't even thrown the entire inning. And so my thing is that last pitch that you just got the second out on, that obviously probably was a strike, right? Don't change that rhythm. Go right after them that next pitch. Obviously, if it's a first pitch swinger that can pull an inside fastball, obviously we're not going to throw to his strength, but we don't change ours. So we keep that rhythm the same. So axe hitters with 2 outs is very important. Number 6 is abolish the running game. We want pitchers, just like Caleb, to have great moves, that he has quick times to home, stretch time, varying those moves, varying the time, and we call it the CBC Mustangs, CB, CBC, CB Mustangs. And that would be the same as 1 count, 2 count, 3 count, 4 count. and it's just varying the timing. And then we also have moves to go along with that as well. So we do that every single day. Every single day, they are working on their pickoff moves, and they are working on their hold times. They do that part of their daily routines. Number 7 is anchor the pitcher's triangle. What that means is, and a lot of coaches talk about it, but it's a term that is very dear to me. The pitcher's triangle is from anything from pitcher, first base, to third base, and then home plate. It's that triangle. The pitcher has to own that triangle, and also over there to the dugouts too. And so that's getting everything. That's being dominant on the squeezes. That's being effective on the pitch outs. That's bunting with runners, with bunts with runners on second base, making sure we get that out at third base. Fielding our position, PFP. Rundowns, making sure that we communicate with the catcher. We do a verbal, and we also do a visual and a verbal. Okay, so the verbal, if it's over there at first base dugout, we say 1, 1, 1, and we point. If the ball's at his feet, we'll point down. At your feet, at your feet. Very simple. Ball up in the air behind. 2, 2, 2. And we point up there, because sometimes the catchers, when they look up, they can kind of see where we're pointing, and it gives them an extra thing. That's anchoring that pitcher's triangle. That's being, and also backing up bases and all of that good stuff. Also communicating, just communicating in that triangle. We do a simple verbiage called ball, ball, ball. That means my ball, or yours, 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 or take it, take it, take it, really. So ball, 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 take it, take it, take it. And so we'll use that. You also will see on there our bullpens. What we like to do, we start off with the stretch because it solidifies everything, making sure that I'm staying behind the ball and I'm not flying open too early. We do our sign set delivery. We vary our moves, and you'll see the bullpen sequence. Those numbers, what those numbers mean in the bullpen sequence, those are the number of locations. And those type of things. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know. Also, here's the pitchers and catchers must. Number 1, we call it A&D, and, because the and is continuous, right? So it's just a simple concept. These are what we must continue as a pitching staff. We must make adjustments, but minor adjustments. Don't make major adjustments. When adjustments have to be made, make them minor. Have you ever seen pitchers make a major adjustments and they just lose it, and you're like, what happened? Well, they're trying to make major adjustments. Don't make major adjustments. Adjustments are part of the game. Adjustments are part of pitching, but make minor adjustments. And dominant, driven. N means no fear of failing. We have to have a generation of pitchers that have no fear of failing. And number 1, disciplined, dedicated, and detailed. So that's that document there. The second document I really want to put some time to, and that's called the pre and post document. And as you see, the goal of the pre-session, so this is what the pitchers do every single day.